So I went to the planning board meeting and it was actually pretty unproductive. I was trying to get permission to use a portable sawmill for more than 90 days. The district that I'm in, the zoning district, it's a residential district, and it only allows for a portable sawmill for 90 days. Doesn't allow it to be there permanently. So that means that they would even allow me to have it for 90 days as long as I moved it. If I took it apart and put it into a shed and then a week later pulled it out again, technically I could then use it for another 90 days. It was more for forestry operations, for logging a piece of land. They didn't want the equipment sitting there forever. It doesn't really apply to a homeowner, but I still have to work around the code. So when I explained my situation yet again for the fifth time to the planning board, but now in person, they told me that it didn't seem like what I was doing fit in with the code, which is obvious. We already knew that. And I should talk to the code enforcer to find out if I actually needed to get this permit at all, or if I could just do this. And that was silly because I had driven 2 hours up there for this meeting, and I had already spoken to the code enforcer, and he's the one that told me to go do this. There's nothing else I could do. I think more than anything, they just wanted to meet me and see me in person to find out if I was really doing this or not, and not wasting their time. That's honestly what it seemed like. And now that I've met all of them in person, I've already talked to all of them on the phone numerous times. But now that we've seen each other in person, we've met, we have this more personal relationship, and I think at least in this small town that means a lot to them. So I left and then I went and talked to the code enforcer, and he was like, yeah, you got to get a permit. So right back to the drawing board. I got to go to another planning board meeting and file for a permit and actually start that process. And in order to do that, they have to send letters out to the neighbors to find out if anybody's going to care and all this stuff. So it's going to take months to make this happen. Luckily, I don't even need the sawmill right away. So it sounds like it's going to work out eventually, and that's all I really care about. So now that I know that, I've moved forward with the property. I'm purchasing, I'm closing on the land very soon, and that bottleneck is out of the way. So the first thing that I had to do before I purchased the property was get it surveyed. The reason you want to do that is so you know exactly where your property boundaries are, so you know where, when you build stuff.